As many of you are well aware, COVID-19 has impacted on many economies and Ghana is no exception. In the following report, Beatrice Gabra tells the story of a physically challenged mother who is breaking her back just to see her girl child through education in the wake of government's imposition of COVID-19 restrictions.
Of a 16-year-old girl's education is threatened due to the inability of her disabled mother to pay her daily transportation to school. Janelle Asamoah Pokuya, a first-year student of Nyarko SHS, misses 3 days of school every week because her unemployed, physically challenged mother cannot afford 100 Ghana cedi weekly for her transportation. This is how 50-year-old Nyarko walks in and out of her room whenever she wants to get some fresh air outside. Due to the difficulty in movement, she is always indoors. Nyarko suffered polio in her childhood and this affected her right leg. But determined not to be a burden on her family, she decided to take her destiny into her own hands. She sold yam for a living growing up. Married with 6 children, Nyarko developed fibroid 4 years ago. A surgery she underwent to correct her condition even worsened her plight. Her second-hand clothing business was sustaining her until the outbreak of COVID-19 in March 2020. Her business suffered a major setback following imposition of restrictions, especially the lockdown. She tells TV3 she had to fall on her meager capital to sustain the home as the husband's small drinking spot also collapsed as a result of the ban on operations of pubs.
Ama me amenda mitimi nya hwe timi kunu na ekoba ma menya bidi no anam de yen kakrakra na me madididi ozi yale ne baaye no ema enema ton ne ukotena okra na ye nto kakra bi ebeto bi e wo se ode yeden odi bedi di nkro ne baaye ne de ano aye de ama me pa ye ne edi dem de kobe ne baaye ano aye de ama ye pa me bi wo munya bi ano mo bre ne aye ni bi edi e se wo mu ye nya bi enye de na se ho akire ye pa.
Nyarko was fortunate to get some support from the National Board for Small-Scale Industries COVID Relief Fund, but she expended 1,000 Ghana cedis she secured on prospectus meant for her girl child's boarding house. However, her expectation was crushed because the child could not make the list to the boarding house after all. Janelle Asamoah would get admission into Nyarko Senior High School, but as a day student. This would further deepen the financial woes of Nyarko because she now has to raise enough money to foot Janelle's transportation to school as well as her feeding each day. Janelle laments she misses classes 3 times a week because of transportation and is pleading to the Ghana Education Service to change her status to a boarder to ease the difficulties on her mother and improve her academic performance.
3 days, maybe 2 days. When I miss school, then I go on the next day. I beg my friends to tell what they learn for me and explain it and I copy some notes so that I can understand what they learned. So I'm appealing to Minister of Education, Ghana Educational Service to change the day for me to bother so that the money will reduce and I will attend class regularly.
Shanti Regional Chairman of the Ghana Federation of Persons with Disability, Kebian Ponsa, admits most of their members, especially those in the informal sector, have been worse hit by COVID-19.
And most of our members, especially persons with disabilities, have really affected their life. Mostly those who were not on formal sector working, because they sometimes depend on their families. And others are also, because of the common fund given to those members, they normally engage themselves on that area. But due to other circumstances, some of our members were not able to meet the challenges of the COVID situation.
Nyarko was presented with this wheelchair by her MP, Patricia Appiagyei, but she fell off one day due to the height and her weight and has since abandoned the wheelchair to using these small ice chairs to move about. For Nyarko, her current condition is not a major worry, but the future of her daughter, and pleads to the appropriate authorities to listen to her plea and admit her daughter into boarding house.
me condition na bi wo mu na anka eso ye ma akwara no kora keni kwa se o ha no se ona ne boarding ma no so aban mala wode aba ne se computer na epike in 20 min change ma no tire computer no yenti yen konkran ifrin kran aba de a obetimi ama ne boarding ifrin kran ama de wotimi ma ne boarding me nso min timi konkran na nte kra ya me de min timi ampese aja aban mo amena nka obe change ama no boarding ama me a kan so me danas
Beatrice Spiogabra, Ahinsan Estate, Askwa, Ashanti Region.